The human intestines are a fascinating, winding network that plays a crucial role in our digestion. Stretching about 25 feet in length, they are divided into two main parts, the small intestine and the large intestine. The small intestine, about 20 feet long, is where most of the nutrient absorption happens. It's lined with tiny finger-like projections called villi, which increase the surface area and help absorb vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients from our food. Then we have the large intestine, roughly 5 feet long, which is responsible for water absorption and the formation of waste. It's home to trillions of bacteria that help break down undigested food, producing essential vitamins like K and B12 in the process. This microbial community is so vital that it's often referred to as our second genome. Interestingly, the intestines also communicate with our brain, influencing our mood and overall health. So, the next time you think about digestion, remember that your intestines are not just a passageway. They're a complex ecosystem that keeps you thriving. The human intestines are a vital part of the digestive system. Here's an overview. The small intestine is a long, thin tube, about 20 feet long, where most of our nutrient absorption takes place. The large intestine, or colon, is a shorter, wider tube, about 5 feet long, that absorbs water, electrolytes, and stores waste. The small intestine absorbs nutrients from food into the bloodstream. The large intestine absorbs water and electrolytes, helping to regulate fluid balance. The large intestine stores waste until it's eliminated from the body. The entire intestinal tract is about 30 feet, 9 meters long. The small intestine has a huge surface area with many finger-like projections called villi, which help with nutrient absorption. The intestines are home to trillions of microorganisms, known as the gut microbiome, which play a crucial role in our overall health. Common issues include constipation, which is difficulty passing stools or infrequent bowel movements, diarrhea, which is frequent, loose stools, and inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, conditions like Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, which cause chronic inflammation and damage to the intestines. To maintain healthy intestines, eat a balanced diet focusing on whole, fiber-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water to help with digestion and waste elimination. Exercise regularly, as regular physical activity can help promote healthy digestion and bowel function. Finally, manage stress, as chronic stress can negatively impact gut health. Engage in stress-reducing activities like meditation or yoga. The small intestine, a remarkable organ, is where the magic of digestion truly happens. Stretching about 20 feet long, it's like a winding highway for nutrients. As food travels through, it's met with digestive juices from the pancreas and bile from the liver, breaking it down into tiny particles. The walls of the small intestine are lined with millions of tiny finger-like projections called villi. These villi are like eager little hands, grabbing onto nutrients and sending them into the bloodstream. It's fascinating to think that this intricate process allows our bodies to absorb vitamins, minerals, and energy from the food we eat. Without the small intestine, we'd miss out on so much of what keeps us healthy and energized. It's not just a passageway, it's a vital hub of nourishment. The small intestine is a vital part of the digestive system. The small intestine is approximately 20 feet long and about 1 inch in diameter. It is divided into 3 parts: the duodenum, which receives bile and pancreatic juice, the jejunum, where most nutrient absorption takes place, and the ileum, which absorbs vitamin B12 and bile salts. The small intestine absorbs nutrients from food into the bloodstream, secretes enzymes that help break down proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, and produces hormones that help regulate digestion and appetite. The small intestine has a huge surface area, with many finger-like projections called villi, which help with nutrient absorption. The villi have tiny projections called microvilli, which increase the surface area even more. The small intestine receives a rich blood supply, which helps with nutrient absorption and transportation. Common issues include malabsorption, which can lead to deficiencies, inflammatory bowel disease, such as Crohn's disease, and ulcerative colitis, which cause chronic inflammation and damage to the small intestine, and obstruction, which can prevent food from passing through. To maintain a healthy small intestine, eat a balanced diet focusing on whole, nutrient-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water. Exercise regularly to promote healthy digestion and bowel function. And manage stress, as chronic stress can negatively impact gut health. Engage in stress-reducing activities like meditation or yoga. The small intestine is a fascinating yet often overlooked part of our digestive system. Did you know it's about 20 feet long? That's like a giant spaghetti noodle coiled up in your abdomen. But when things go wrong, it can lead to serious issues. Conditions like celiac disease can cause inflammation and malabsorption, leaving you feeling fatigued and bloated. Then there's irritable bowel syndrome, which can turn your gut into a roller coaster of discomfort. And let's not forget about small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or SIBO, where too many bacteria wreak havoc on digestion. These issues can affect not just your gut health, but your overall well-being. It's crucial to listen to your body and seek help if something feels off. After all, a happy small intestine means a happier you. Here are some common issues that can affect the small intestine. Inflammatory conditions. Crohn's disease is a chronic condition that causes inflammation and damage to the small intestine. Ulcerative colitis is a chronic condition that causes inflammation and ulcers in the small intestine. Celiac disease is an autoimmune disorder that causes the immune system to react to gluten, leading to inflammation and damage to the small intestine. Infectious diseases. Gastroenteritis is an infection that causes inflammation and irritation of the small intestine. Parasitic infections are caused by parasites such as giardiasis or cryptosporidiosis. Bacterial overgrowth is an overgrowth of bacteria in the small intestine, which can cause symptoms such as bloating, gas, and diarrhea. Obstructive conditions. Intestinal obstruction is a blockage in the small intestine that prevents food from passing through. Adhesions are bands of fibrous tissue that can form in the small intestine and cause obstruction. Hernias are a protrusion of an organ or tissue through a weakened area in the abdominal wall. Malabsorptive conditions. Malabsorption is difficulty absorbing nutrients from food, which can lead to deficiencies. Lactose intolerance is the inability to digest lactose, a sugar found in milk and other dairy products. Fructose malabsorption is the inability to absorb fructose, a sugar found in many fruits and vegetables. Other conditions. Irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, is a chronic condition characterized by abdominal pain, bloating, and changes in bowel movements. Small intestine cancer is a rare type of cancer that affects the small intestine. Diverticulitis is inflammation of the diverticula, small pouches that can form in the wall of the small intestine. The large intestine, or colon, is a fascinating part of our digestive system. It's about 5 feet long and plays a crucial role in absorbing water and electrolytes from indigestible food matter. Imagine it as a recycling center, transforming waste into something our body can use. As food passes through, beneficial bacteria break it down further, producing essential vitamins like K and B12. This process not only helps in digestion, but also supports our immune system. The large intestine ends with the rectum, where waste is stored until it's digestive system. The large intestine is approximately 5 feet, 1.5 meters long. It's about 2.5 inches, 6.4 centimeters in diameter. The large intestine is divided into to move waste through the digestive system. Common issues include constipation, which is difficulty passing stools or infrequent bowel movements, diarrhea, The large intestine, or colon, is a fascinating part of our digestive system. Its primary function is to absorb water and electrolytes from indigestible food matter. Imagine it as a sponge, soaking up the last bits of nutrients and moisture before waste is expelled. This process is crucial for maintaining hydration and electrolyte balance in our bodies. As the waste moves through the colon, beneficial bacteria break down remaining nutrients, producing vitamins like K and B12, which our bodies need. The large intestine also plays a role in forming and storing stool until it's ready to be eliminated. It's a remarkable system, ensuring that we extract every last drop of goodness from what we eat, while keeping our bodies healthy and balanced. So, next time you think about digestion, remember the unsung hero that is the large intestine, quietly working behind the scenes. The large intestine, also known as the colon, plays a vital role in the digestive system. Here are its main functions: water and electrolyte absorption. Water absorption. The large intestine absorbs water from the waste material, helping to concentrate the stool. Electrolyte absorption. It absorbs electrolytes such as potassium and sodium, which helps maintain the body's electrolyte balance. Storage and elimination of waste. Waste storage. The large intestine stores waste until it's eliminated from the body. Feces formation. The large intestine helps form feces by absorbing water and electrolytes, and by compacting the waste material. Production of vitamins. Vitamin K production. The large intestine is home to bacteria that produce vitamin K, which is essential for blood clotting. Biotin production. It also produces biotin, a B-complex vitamin that plays a crucial role in energy production. Maintenance of gut health. Gut microbiome. The large intestine is home to trillions of microorganisms, known as the gut microbiome, which helps maintain gut health. Immune system support. The large intestine helps support the immune system by producing antibodies and activating immune cells. Overall, the large intestine plays a critical role in maintaining proper digestive function, waste elimination, and overall health. The large intestine, often overlooked, plays a crucial role in our digestive health. When things go awry, it can lead to a range of issues, from irritable bowel syndrome to more serious conditions like diverticulitis. Imagine your gut as a bustling city. When traffic jams occur, everything slows down. Constipation can feel like a blockade, while diarrhea is like a flash flood, leaving you scrambling for relief. Then there's the risk of polyps, which can develop into cancer if left unchecked. Regular screenings are essential, especially after turning 50. And let's not forget about the importance of fiber. Think of it as the maintenance crew that keeps everything running smoothly. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can help prevent many of these issues. So, taking care of your large intestine isn't just about avoiding discomfort. It's about ensuring your entire digestive system functions harmoniously. Here are some common issues that can affect the large intestine. Inflammatory conditions. Ulcerative colitis is a chronic condition that causes inflammation and ulcers in the large intestine. Crohn's disease is a chronic condition that causes inflammation and damage to the large intestine. Diverticulitis is inflammation of the diverticula, small pouches that can form in the wall of the large intestine. Obstructive conditions. Intestinal obstruction is a blockage in the large intestine that prevents waste from passing through. Volvulus is a twisting of the large intestine that can cut off blood flow and cause obstruction. Infectious conditions. Gastroenteritis is an infection that causes inflammation and irritation of the large intestine. Clostridioides difficile, C. diff infection, is a bacterial infection that can cause diarrhea, abdominal pain, and colitis. Functional conditions. Irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, is a chronic condition characterized by abdominal pain, bloating, and changes in bowel movements. Constipation is difficulty passing stools or infrequent bowel movements. Cancer. Colon cancer is a type of cancer that affects the large intestine. Other conditions. Hemorrhoids are swollen veins in the rectum or anus that can cause pain, itching, and bleeding. Anal fissures are tears in the lining of the anus that can cause pain and bleeding. If you're experiencing any symptoms or concerns related to your large intestine, it's essential to consult with a healthcare professional for proper diagnosis and treatment. Colon cancer, a silent threat lurking in the digestive system, begins in the large intestine or rectum. It often starts as small growths called polyps, which can become cancerous over time. Risk factors include age, family history, and lifestyle choices like diet and smoking. Symptoms can be subtle. Changes in bowel habits, blood in stool, or unexplained weight loss. Early detection is crucial. Regular screenings like colonoscopies can catch it before it spreads. Treatment options vary from surgery to chemotherapy, depending on the stage. Staying informed and proactive about your health can make all the difference. Remember, knowledge is power in the fight against colon cancer. Colon cancer, also known as colorectal cancer, is a type of cancer that starts in the cells lining the large intestine, colon. It usually begins as polyps, which are growths in the inner lining of the colon. Over time, these polyps can become cancerous. Colon cancer can spread to other parts of the body, such as the liver, lungs, or lymph nodes, if left untreated. According to the Cleveland Clinic, colon cancer is the third most common cancer diagnosed in people in the U.S. Colon cancer typically affects people over 50 years old. Having a close family member with colon cancer increases the risk. Smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, obesity, and a diet high in red and processed meat can increase the risk. Inflammatory bowel disease, inherited conditions like Lynch syndrome, and a family history of polyps can also increase the risk. Blood in the stool, persistent changes in bowel habits, abdominal pain, bloated stomach, unexplained weight loss, fatigue and shortness of breath are symptoms to watch for. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, it's essential to consult with a healthcare provider for proper diagnosis and treatment. Gastroenteritis, often called the stomach flu, is an inflammation of the stomach and intestines. It can hit you like a freight train, causing nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and stomach cramps. The culprit? Usually a virus like norovirus or rotavirus, but bacteria and parasites can join the party too. It spreads like wildfire, contaminated food, water, or even surfaces. Hydration is key. Water, clear broths, or oral rehydration solutions are your best friends. Avoid dairy and fatty foods until you feel better. Most cases resolve within a few days, but watch for severe symptoms like dehydration. If you can't keep fluids down or feel dizzy, it's time to seek medical help. Remember, good hygiene is your first line of defense. Wash your hands often, especially before meals. Stay safe and keep your gut happy. Gastroenteritis, also known as stomach flu, is an inflammation of the stomach and intestines. It's usually caused by a viral or bacterial infection. Viral infections. Norovirus, rotavirus, and adenovirus are common culprits. Bacterial infections. Salmonella, E. coli, and Campylobacter can cause gastroenteritis. Food poisoning. Consuming contaminated food or water can lead to gastroenteritis. Contaminated water. Drinking water contaminated with viruses, bacteria, or parasites can cause gastroenteritis. Symptoms. Diarrhea. Frequent loose stools. Vomiting. Forceful expulsion of stomach contents. Abdominal pain. Cramping, tenderness, or discomfort in the stomach area. Fever. Elevated body temperature. Headache. Pain or discomfort in the head. Fatigue. Feeling weak or exhausted. Treatment. Fluid replacement. Drinking plenty of fluids such as water, clear broth, or electrolyte-rich beverages like sports drinks. Rest. Getting plenty of rest to help the body recover. Bland diet. Eating a bland diet of foods that are easy to digest, such as bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast, brat diet. Medications. Antiviral or antibacterial medications may be prescribed to treat underlying infections. Hospitalization. In severe cases, hospitalization may be necessary to manage dehydration, electrolyte imbalances, or other complications. Prevention. Practice good hygiene. Wash hands frequently, especially after using the bathroom or before handling food. Avoid close contact. Avoid close contact with individuals who have gastroenteritis. Cook food thoroughly. Cook food to the recommended internal temperature to prevent foodborne illnesses. Avoid contaminated water. Avoid drinking water that may be contaminated with viruses, bacteria, or parasites.